Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be talking about a really interesting Ninjago fact, and this is coming from the Daily Ninjago Facts Twitter page, so I'll be sure to link them down below. Thanks so much for sharing some really interesting info. It definitely kind of makes me think of other topics that I want to discuss based on this info, so I like to throw it out there to the community to hear what the discussion is about these topics. But for this one specifically, it's related to Rebooted, and I'll read out the tweet for all of you, and it says, according to Tommy Andreasen, Season 3 was originally only 2 episodes. It was originally just 2 episodes, and then it became 4 episodes, and then it became 8 episodes. It was really more like a special that then, it kept getting bumped up. So that's definitely really interesting that it seems like it started out as something very small, and then we saw it get built up, and I'm curious if that would apply to any other specials that they've done for Ninjago. Something such as the island, I feel like if it weren't for the fact of them having to make products for Ninjago, I feel like that could have been something that was just directly combined into Seabound. It makes sense, of course, on the product side, because you see, of course, you have a whole separate wave of Ninjago sets, and I do prefer it to be that way, but within the context of just the show primarily, I think that that is so closely connected that it could even be just combined together basically, and I think it would still make sense in that context. So I find that really interesting that Rebooted might have even been shorter, and I wonder what it would have been kind of comprised of. Would it have just been basically like just the start and then the climax, just jumping through anything in the middle, any of the extra details that we need? I wonder if some characters might not have been brought back, someone like Pythor, let's say. Of course, he returns and is kind of like shrouded in mystery for most of the season, but then of course gets revealed near the later half. So I wonder if that would have been something that they maybe would have entirely cut out of it, because that would have been kind of disappointing to not get to see a character like that return. And I wonder how much more depth could have been given to this new sort of world that they're in, because of course Ninjago's kind of completely transformed at the point of Rebooted, because now they have all this advanced technology, things are really shifting. So I wonder if characters like Cyrus Borg or things like that would have been introduced in the season, because it would still sounds like it would have been rebooted, but it's like in what sort of context? Like how much are things going to change when you're limiting it to even the 4 episodes? That would have been very limited as well. Of course, 8 episodes is doubling that count, and that's giving you a lot more time to kind of build up characters, build up context as well, and just more fully explore the story and the plot within the season. So I just find that really interesting, because I think about that a lot, like sort of the format of Ninjago and how they should move forward with that, because of course we've seen it evolve so much over the years. Of course, starting out with just the 22-minute episodes, even the pilot, for instance, that's a different sort of format as well, because of course it isn't as much content as, let's say, season 1, and then you moved into that, the 22-minute episodes, now we're at 11-minute episodes, and it's just really shifted a lot, so you kind of never know what to really expect with a season. Like 2022, for instance, we don't know whether or not it's going to be like a small special to start us off, and then we'll get into a main season similar to the island in Seabound. Are we going to jump straight into a full-on season for what's up next, or are they going to do a singular episode special? We don't really know what's going to come from that. And of course, you even have different formats like the Ninjago shorts as well, the reimagined shorts that go by a completely different sort of set of rules for those. So it's really interesting to sort of think about that, and how even then they were experimenting with the format there, at least behind the scenes more so, and then just kind of decided to go with how they would normally do it, of course with a bit more of a downgrade on how many episodes we got, because of course 8 episodes is not as much as we were seeing in the previous seasons at that point, and then even the future seasons as well. So it was still a smaller season, but still I think that it's just kind of interesting to see how they sort of explore that. But let me know your thoughts on sort of the length of seasons for Ninjago. How do you think Rebooted would have turned out? Do you think it could have improved the story somehow, or do you think that it was probably the better route to go of increasing the episode count so that we can more fully explore the story of that season? So let me know your thoughts down below. If you did enjoy the video, it would be highly appreciated if you could leave a like, also subscribe as well. If you would like to check out some of my other content, that would be highly appreciated. So thank you so much. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.